Good afternoon and welcome to the online public forum and AWARE webinar, ACICS webinar announcing, relating, and explaining the 2014 Campus Accountability Report. Today's presenter for the webinar will be Dr. Albert C. Gray, President and CEO, Mr. Stephen Galfound, Vice President of Technology, Ms. Susan Greer, Associate Vice President of Operations, and Ms. Teron King, Senior Manager of Policy and Institutional Review. The agenda for today's webinar will go as follows. We'll open with a welcome from Dr. Gray. The first topic we will cover are changes to the 2014 CAR. The second topic will be a demonstration of the 2014 CAR, and followed by questions and comments from the membership. I will now turn things over to Dr. Gray for the welcome.
Thank you, Teron, and it's my pleasure to welcome everybody to today's webinar, and also to thank all of you for your ongoing engagement in ACICS and our ongoing services to our institutions in quality assurance and education. This is the second time this week that we're presenting a webinar on the new CAR. So you're witnessing ACICS's first experience in summer reruns. So welcome to our first summer rerun. Now, as many of you probably know, the strategic initiatives which guide ACICS operations going forward include one, to continuously improve the accreditation process. And among the bullets that would be continued in that strategic initiative would be improving the accreditation and related process applications and guidelines, as well as improving the consistency in the application and accuracy in the application of the accreditation process. Certainly the CAR report, the annual report, plays an instrumental role in our ability to accurately and consistently log the outcomes of our career education institutions as we monitor quality assurance. So our attempts are to make it as user-friendly to you, the institutions, as well as to most accurately record progress of these institutions. So with that, welcome again. We're excited about the new CAR, and I'll turn it back now to Teron.
Thank you, Dr. Gray. So we'll begin with topic 1, changes to the 2014 CAR. We will cover the new formula for the program level retention rate, mitigating circumstances at the program and campus level, our placement definition, graduation data, and the CAR addendum. As far as transfers between programs, this year's CAR will subtract transfers out of the total program enrollment, along with students that have withdrawn to enroll in an institution of common ownership. Moving on to the topic of mitigating circumstances. As you will remember, in 2013, ACICS implemented mitigating circumstances at both the program and campus level if your retention, placement, or licensure pass rates fell below the compliance standard of 60%. Submission of the mitigating circumstances for retention, placement, or licensure reported in the 2014 CAR this year will occur through a council directive after the December 2014 council meeting. Placement definition. As you may remember, the 3 categories that are part of our placement definitions will remain optional for 2014. Our 2014 CAR is designed to accommodate reporting in these 3 placement categories. However, if you're not capturing that data at this point, you may just select one of the 3 categories within the car to demonstrate that those students were indeed placed, but you will not be required to demonstrate in the 2014 car that these students were actually placed in one of those particular 3 categories. Graduation data. In the 2014 car, there are 2 questions that are required to be answered for every program regarding graduation. They are what percent of your students graduated within the normal length of the program during the current car reporting period? And the second question is what percent of your students graduated within 150% of the normal length of the program during the current car reporting period. Last and certainly not least, if you'll recall, in 2012 and 2013, campuses that offered programs that required licensure for employment were required to submit your licensure pass rates via the car addendum. This year, program licensure pass rate information will be recorded in the program data spreadsheet, so there will not be a separate report to gather that data. Our second topic is the demonstration of the 2014 car. In this demo, we will go over login, downloading and uploading of program data spreadsheets, completing the car information questionnaire, approving the preliminary 2014 car report, as well as editing the preliminary 2014 car report.
Demonstrating some of the functionality of our new Campus Accountability Report. To access the new car, simply log into your ACICS member portal account and then click on Link to Car. The dashboard at the top of the screen will include a link to watch this demo video again, as well as a link for documentation regarding current student achievement standards. After you've logged in, select a campus and then click the arrow. The first step in the process will be to download the 2014 CAR student data forms. Your student data forms will be downloaded in a zip file. After you've downloaded and extracted the files, you need to fill out all the information on the spreadsheet, including the program measurement data and the student population data. For purposes of today's demonstration, we've already completed the information for each of the spreadsheets for the programs in our test campus. After you've completed the student data forms, you'll need to upload the forms to the system. You can do this in 2 ways. The first option is to click the Upload button and then browse to the file that you'd like to upload. Simply choose the file from wherever you saved it locally, click Open, and then click Upload. You'll see a message indicating the file is currently uploading, and then finally you'll receive a message indicating that the file has been successfully uploaded. The Upload button has now changed to Review Status for that particular program. The second method of uploading is to drag a file from wherever you saved it locally onto the screen until you see the blue down arrow appear. You'll see a status bar indicating that the file is uploading, and then finally a message indicating that the file was uploaded successfully. Again, you'll see that for that program, the status button has changed from Upload to Review. If you're using the drag and drop method to upload files, you can upload one file or multiple files simultaneously by using Control-Shift to highlight multiple files and then dragging them over. You'll also notice the student data form icons on the screen have changed to green, indicating that you've uploaded files for all the programs for this particular campus. Notice the status bar for this campus has changed from 0 to 80%, indicating that we're 80% through the process. The next step is to complete the campus information questionnaire section. You'll need to complete all the information on the page, including the prepare information and the campus enrollment data section. If you have non-program enrollment data, or non-credit short-term data, make sure you click the Yes button and complete the additional questions. After the CAR student data forms have been uploaded and the campus information questionnaire section is complete, you notice the status bar for this campus has changed from 80 to 100%, indicating that you've completed all the necessary steps for this particular campus. The next stage is to click on the Generate Preliminary 2014 CAR Report link. The system will begin generating your report and will send an email to the individual who entered their email address as the preparer in the campus information questions section earlier. It can take anywhere from a few minutes to up to an hour for the report to be generated, depending on how many programs the campus has. You'll receive an email once the system has completed generating the preliminary report. After reviewing the preliminary report, if you realize you've made an error or you need to upload a corrected spreadsheet, just click on the Edit button, which will take you back to the previous screen. You can re-upload spreadsheets as many times as you need to until the CAR reporting period closes. Just make sure that if you do re-upload spreadsheets, that you regenerate the preliminary report so you can then come back in, and then once everything is complete and accurate, click the Approve button. Even after you've approved the report, you can still go in and upload additional spreadsheets until the end of the CAR reporting period. Just make sure that you go back in and regenerate the preliminary report and then go in and approve the report once everything is complete.